with bug cards. Opponent is on Lurrus. We have nothing that matters. Again. Yeah, that's another problem with the deck is if you're trying to build a Skull Clamp deck, you're also going to die to the Deadweight Seal of Fire Life. Kind of gets kind of annoying. This hand seems pretty reasonable. I don't know. No, like you don't really want to play all these spirits because you want to play Thalia's Lieutenant so you can actually put a clock on. Like you don't actually want like that's a different deck. Like there is a mono white Hate Bears deck where you can play like Leonian Arbiter or something, but I kind of wanted to be human so that you could play Thalia's Lieutenant and buff it. Yes, I'm aware of what it does. I just think that I just don't think you're gonna be able to clock people with that deck. The Hate Bears deck has a real problem with clocking people. So are we against Breach, or are we against Pio, or are we against Jeskai? I think I would like to just draw Fetch off the top. Yeah. Not exactly ideal for me here. But we do have Deathrite Shaman to make green. Looks like it's going to be Breach. We don't have the worst hand versus Breach. Ancestral. I need to hit land drops. I feel like we're supposed to cast it. Even into all the open mana. I don't really want to get flustered, but I have a mental misstep protection. I guess I should use the Underground Sea and not the Deathrite Shaman. So if it's Fluster, we'll still misstep and pay. If it's Spell Pierce or Pyroblast, we'll just misstep. They just have misstep? Alright, I'm off it, chat. I don't want the misstep unrestriction anymore. This is so dumb. Alright. Ancestral. Alright, we hit our land drop. We still have Fluster. We have a Brainstorm as well. I unfortunately don't think I want to do the Brainstorm thing. I think I would rather accelerate my mana by fetching for a Tropical Island and casting Green Sun on 0. Unfortunately, that's just how the mana tapped out. If I hadn't used my Deathrite Shaman and I had used my Underground Sea like I was saying before, then I think it would have made a lot of more sense. It's going to be end of turn of Intuition. It's going to be end of turn Mystical Tutor. Putting Ancestral or something on the top of their library. I'm just going to fluster this while I can. I really don't want them to have Ancestral that I can't counter. Oh, I don't think we're in that bad shape right now. It's definitely looked worse. gonna be hard for us to leave open our Abrupt Decay when we have all these sorcery speed green spells, unfortunately. This can be a Seal of Fire. Lightning Bolt, sure. A lot of mana. They could cast Lurrus if they want. Definitely playing Breach style. That's interesting. We have a lot of options, chat. A lot of options. Kind of want to just like brainstorm into Green Sun Zenith for Deathrite Shaman though. I guess theoretically we could lose to Breach from the position we're in, but Lotus, interesting. I have so many options. I really don't think they have counter magic, but I don't really want to lose my Dryad Arbor and not be able to defend it. What I could do is I could Lotus and Green Sun Zenith for a Leovold. Maybe I don't even want to be natural ordering this game at all with the rate we're currently valuing cards. I'm going to shuffle those cards away with Green Sun Zenith, and then we can preordain looking for a Force of Will. Taking a land's not bad there, but I feel like we just want better. I feel like if we can just get a Force of Will, we'll be in good shape here. Leovold should shut down a lot of their engine, theoretically. I mean, I think we could have resolved the natural order there, but I think it's just like kind of risky, and I don't know if I want to make that soul read and just risk my whole game on it, you know? Like theoretically, if we just make the soul read, say they have nothing, Lotus, natural order our Dryad Arbor into an Archon of Valor, that should win the game, but I just don't know if I can make that call. It certainly suggests, the way they played certainly suggested they were out of counter spells. But that also plays into, I guess I wouldn't play into Daze. I feel like this is just like so much safer. But maybe we shouldn't be playing safe because opponent is not a combo deck. I don't know. Possible. It's possible. Really hoping that this buys us some time. We can deploy a redundant threat with Narset. Narset can find us a Force of Will, and we can just move along with our life from there. That's kind of my hopes and dreams, I guess. Kind of hungry. What are we in the tank about? What's the plan, Stan? What should I get for food, chat? It's a real question. Then I'm ordering pizzas on the weekend, which has been kind of nice. All right, we've got a play. We don't have a play. We were baited. We were baited into thinking there was a play. We will win. Sure, we can make a deal. Evil definitely looks like someone who would scam you out of a lot of money. Look at that. How much? Look at how bougie his office is. Like one of those people in the fantasy, one of the advisors from the fantasy books that are actually controlling the empire behind the king. All right, black. Lurrus. Demonic tutor. Why are we tanking? They trying to figure out if they can kill it. I feel like we're just like getting a pyroblast and killing my Leovold, I assume, yeah? Oh, just going for it, chat. They're just going for it. Okay. So they're gonna play a Lurrus here? Demonic for Lotus. The value. I don't know. I'm not actually that thrilled with the Bob engine, to be honest. So, what does opponent got? Do they have Pyroblast into Underworld Breach? Do they just have Breach Bolt? What's happening? Oh, are we just dead? I feel like that means we're just dead, aren't we? I fucking hate this Breach deck, dude. Holy shit, I hate this Breach deck. I should have just natural ordered for my Archon. They just casually had Breach DT. This should beat me, right? They just cast a Lotus with 3 cards. Cast, oh, actually, they might not have enough cards in their yard. Yo, what up? I don't have a Mind Break Trap in my deck. Not that that would matter, really. Alright, so you cast a Lotus. And then you DT, but you lose your Lotus. And you get... Yeah, you get a Brain Freeze, and then you have to hit your LED. Not a big deal. They already did. Yeah, they already did. Opponent DT'd for Lotus. Drew either Breach or DT'd for Lotus and is going to kill us this turn. Now, I could have held up Abrupt Decay, but it was really sketch for opponents to be able to go off from the spot they were in. Well, they're out of they don't have their Lotus anymore. They have to pitch their Lotus. But all they need to do is hit their LED. So, like, they didn't use any cantrips to find this. They didn't use any cantrips. They just naturally drew the cards they needed. They cast a Preordain at some point in this game. I don't know. Maybe it's my fault for not being. Maybe I should have been more aggressive and jammed my natural order. That was probably my own fault. They don't have a black mana. If they miss on LED here. No, they hit pedal. We die. Game sucks. Yeah, I don't think they played it well, but you don't really play it well. I think I played poorly. I think it was my fault. I think that I should have natural ordered. I think not like opponent's deck can't actually beat Archon on instant. I think I just like played way too conservatively, and I did it to myself probably. I mean, I could also have taken lines where I hold open Abrupt Decay, right? I think I probably just like took the worst line of all the lines I was given. I think I tunneled like on that this effect would actually stop them from finding their engine and didn't consider they could just draw both pieces. And by both pieces, I mean demonic, because demonic gets all the pieces. Possible that was just like, I definitely had a read they had no more counter magic. So probably stupid of me. All right, let's try to play better. I just like didn't consider that as a point where I had to jam. It just didn't feel like I needed to jam there. I had a decent amount of interaction. I had an ability to stop them from like trying to find their combo pieces. It just didn't really seem like a reasonable, not a reasonable spot to jam, but it didn't seem like it was a spot where it was necessary to jam. It just turned out that it was. And so maybe what that really is just me misevaluating the board state. And the board state being my opponent has 2 cards, I could die next turn. It's fine. We live and learn. Or we die and learn, I guess. Have another demonic tutor for Lotus, I assume. Well, about to find out if opponent has a force of will. Theoretically, I could counter this demonic tutor instead. Like if they already had Black Lotus and they were holding it for some reason, and now they're searching for a force of will or something. Like if they had an island in a daze, they would have already played it. What? What? They're just going for... What? They can't cast anything from their yard. They have Brain Freeze in their hand. That's the only way this makes sense, is that their last card is Brain Freeze. They must have Brain Freeze in their hand. Alright. Fuck. Okay. This just means they get to cast Lurrus next turn and go for it again. Holy shit. So should I have countered Demonic Tutor? I guess I should have countered Demonic Tutor. Okay. Another lesson learned. Alright, we're gonna natural order our opponent. And hopefully they won't be able to beat that. I cannot fluster with 0 mana. you cannot Death Ray Shaman a Lotus. I love all the plays, but they're not gonna get there, guys. Good thinking. Alright, chat. We're here to jam. We tried, it's fine. This Chalice on 0 should also help. Alright, I'm gonna Archon on instant, and if this works, then we're a genius. If not, then we're not a genius, obviously. But we'll have to see. Theoretically, the only way they have in their Grixis deck, as configured stock, to beat an Archon is a Chain of Vapor. I guess like two dead weights and a Seal of Fire, maybe. You got a Lurrus. Can't cast a Black Lotus though, because I have a Chalice. They do have a Demonic Tutor though, so if they have an answer, they can find their answer. Corruptic would be bad because I can't cast it. I guess they can always attack and make me respect Lightning Bolt. I guess that no, Lightning Bolt's an instant. All right, so they can attack and make me respect Deadweight plus Seal of Fire. I know Chain is that is why I'm yeah, that's the idea. Yes, Chain is an instant. So theoretically, their way of removing this is gone, and their ways of killing me are gone. Theoretically. And that is the whole point of the decks. Not exactly the whole point. Natural Order Progenitus for the fair Lurrus matchups, but... Yep, also can't cast Brain Freeze. Alright, well... Decided not even to attack Lurrus to live a turn. Alright, so the plan worked. We just needed to have Force in our opening hand and then rip Time Walk. The plan worked, chat. The plan worked. Now they get to see if they have anything to board to beat my Archon. Hint, it's called Flustering the Natural Order. Alright, whatever, let's try again. Man, their hand was stacked though, huh? Double Moxen, Land, Brain Freeze, Demonic Tutor, Underworld Breach. That's a nasty hand. This is such a crazy good hand. Such a crazy good hand. We have God, this deck presents some hands that are just absolutely unplayably bad. I guess that's a toolbox for you, but... Oh. Alright, we're gonna mulligan. We don't really do anything powerful with that hand. And this hand is super fair too. This hand is really fair. I don't think it's bad. Like, this hand is certainly playable. The hand is certainly playable. Yeah. I mean, this is a legacy deck, right? So Oh, yeah. I just can't help thinking we're probably going to die by keeping this hand. But and that card does nothing when you can't cast a cat with it. Lol, lol, lol. Lol, lol, lol. Maybe I'll draw a Narset. What? Are we power blasting my Preordain? That's so rude. Alright, allow it. That's aggressive. That is an aggressive Pyroblast. I can't imagine Pyroblasting there. Like, I just displayed a Black Lotus, but they're just like, they're dead set. They're like, no, this Preordain, nothing bad can happen. Another Veil. All right, well, our spells are uncounterable, chat. That is something we have going for us. Is our spells are uncounterable. I hope they Gitaxian probe us and we just boom Veil. That would be lit. Is this gonna be a... How do you have... This card is restricted! This card is restricted! It's restricted, I swear! Fuck. Not like this. Bro, they went for Ancestral. Alright. All my spells are uncounterable this turn, which is worth noting. And we have a dig through time. Why do we have to draw the Dryad Arbor though? That was not asked for. Hope they counter it. Force it, baby. Alright, we drew an Ancestral and a Fluster and a Trap. What do we take? What do we take? We don't have a land drop. Do we like take Ancestral Trap? I feel like we want to cast this Ancestral on our turn while it's uncounterable, right? Or is that greedy? I guess we have another Veil. We don't have to do that. We could take like Fluster Ancestral and hold up Veil Fluster. Yeah, I know. The problem is if we cast Ancestral, we can't hold up Abrupt Decay. And I think holding up Abrupt Decay is really important right now. Right? What if we take Ancestral Mindbreak Trap and don't cast Ancestral, hold up Abrupt Decay? I just don't think Fluster's gonna be good enough, right? Like if opponent just goes Breach kill you, Fluster doesn't do anything. Right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I feel like you have to take Ancestral, right? And then you have to choose, are you casting it on your turn, right? And I just don't know if I can reasonably cast this on my turn, right? Like Abrupt Decay should stop us from ever dying to the Breach in one turn, on next turn, right? I don't think you can kill me through Abrupt Decay. I guess you could cast a bunch of Ancestrals if you have a bunch of mana. I guess it's probably killing us. Maybe they could kill us if they like hit Black Lotus, I guess. But if I like play If they like play Underworld Breach and then they Demonic Tutor for a Lotus, then you can just Abrupt Decay with the Lotus on the stack. I think I'm going to take Trap Ancestral, and I don't think I'm going to cast Ancestral here. I don't know how I feel about this, but this is what I'm doing. I just don't know what we're jamming it for, you know? Like, we jam it, but it doesn't do anything for us. We don't have anything that we draw off it that's going to be good for us, right? Like, I know that it feels like we should be jamming the Ancestral there, but it just doesn't seem like that is actually something that we should be doing. Progenitus, not a great draw unless we draw Force of Will. I mean, I would have to register that shitty card in my deck to do so. What's happening? We're getting Snap Ancestral here. I don't think there's anything I can do about that one. Opponent is gonna have 10 cards in hand next turn. Man, these games are all just about resolving Ancestral first. It's really frustrating. I guess I could like respond with an Ancestral here. I might kill myself by not leaving Abrupt Decay up, right? This is gonna be their third spell. If they cast a spell, then I could trap them. Do I let this Ancestral resolve? I can just force it. Nine cards in hand. I'm gonna force it. If they force back, then we'll just trap. We should still be in a position where Abrupt Decay keeps us alive, I would assume. Oh, that assumption is like getting kind of interesting, I guess. We draw Natural Order. Oh wow, they actually went for a force here. All right. We draw Natural Order next turn. We have Natural Order plus Veil. They might just go for like Lurrus Bobble here. I guess the biggest problem is if they were to say play Underworld Breach here, and then I guess they won't be able to replay it this turn. Alright, so Underworld Breach happens. They recast Demonic Tutor. Do I hit this breach now? If I hit this breach now, they Demonic for Lotus, Lotus for Cat, Cat for Lotus, and then they kill me next turn with the breach. If I let this resolve and they get Lotus, And I let them cast Lotus. And then I let them demonic. Wait, how do they kill me off this? I guess they get Lotus, cast Cat, cast Lotus off Cat. Doesn't actually do anything. Cast demonic. They can't actually kill me from this situation though, right? I mean, they're gonna get Lotus no matter what. I feel like the safest way is to not die right now. I feel like we're just dead next turn though. Shouldn't I let them DT first? So that they can't readjust after I decay this? I should just let them DT first in case there's a better thing than getting Lotus here. I think no matter what happens, they get Lotus here. They just like drew too many cards off Ancestral. I didn't have enough counter spells to back it up. I used all my counters on that Ancestral War because it was good value, but it probably just die anyways because opponent always has their DT. DT's got to be the best card in this fucking deck, right? Holy shit. Tutoring for a Breaches doesn't matter, Outcast, because they just have a Lurrus. Lurrus is always another Breach. I would have to play Graveyard Hate for that not to be the case. They just had DT all 3 games and it's been absolutely insane every time, right? So they just get a Lotus here. They Lotus, Cat, Lotus. And then next turn, they just Cat back their Breach and kill me. Cat back their Breach. And then DT for Brain Freeze and I die. This is just the most broken deck in Vintage, not the most broken. You don't have to qualify it. Alright, I need to draw Natural Order, right? I just need to draw Natural Order. I don't even have other options, I don't think. Just have to draw Natural Order here. I guess I could draw Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze would do it. So Green Sun Zenith would also do it. Not too bad. Then I can just eat the Underworld Breach. I guess this is all discounting the fact that opponent still has 3 other cards in hand. I have an additional Abrupt Decay for Lurrus, I guess. I have 1 Abrupt Decay as well. I guess I have an Oko for Lurrus as well. But I kind of took out a bunch of the Okos, I think, because they typically don't have any creatures and it's just not a huge value play. Green Sun, Ooze, Natural Order. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oko, Green Sun, Zenith, Ooze, Natural Order, Decay, DT. Can I hardcast Archon? No. Oh, they just have another spell? They have a like a Lightning Bolt for my Dryad Arbor here? They just have another Underworld Breach? That doesn't kill me, right? No, they don't have enough cards in the yard. They don't have enough cards. Opponent is very powerful wizard, though. They don't have enough cards. If they have Brain Freeze in hand, what the hell is the point? Nah, they sent Oops. They sent Oops. Well, we might not die next turn now. If they have Brain Freeze in hand after all that, that'd be crazy. Means they just ancestraling for fun. Chain of Vapor on Snapcaster Mage. What does that do? Oh, puts enough cards in their yard so they can replay. Wait. Can't we just bounce this? I guess they can replay this Underworld Breach. Can they kill me fast enough? They still need to make another black mana, right? Next turn, if they try to combo me, I'm just gonna Veil in their upkeep so they can never Brain Freeze me. They have to Lightning Bolt kill me. Oh, they're bouncing their own Breach. This doesn't get them enough cards in their yard. Right? Like, I'm not losing my brain here, right? This doesn't get them enough cards in their yard. They have snap. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, natural order? Didn't draw natural order. So we're just gonna strip mine the underground sea and Veil if we need to, I guess. I don't want them to cast a blue spell first. I don't think they have any counter magic. I know they have Breach and Snapcaster in their hand, right? Cast Lotus from the yard. Pack. Cast Breach, cast Demonic. When they cast Demonic, I'll cast Veil. Oh, they're just gonna pass? Okay. Just keep drawing mana sources. They could just attack me 4 times. I'm never blocking. Need it for in case I draw natural order. I think they're gonna go for it now. Oh, they're going for Sprite. Shit! I'm gonna die! Oh my god, we're gonna die. I'm just gonna die to Sprite Dragon! Ah! Wait, they're not going for it? I'm confused. I gotta cycle this thing. I'm gonna lose the beatdown plan after drawing this stupid Scavenging Ooze. Wait! There's definitely no white source in my deck, right? There's definitely no white source in my deck. I have Deathrite Shaman. And Black Lotus. There's definitely no white source in my deck. Oh, there's no white source in my deck, chat. There's no white source in my deck. That's so screwed. I can't ever cast this until I have a Deathrite Shaman. There's just no white source in my deck. All right. My bitrate looks good. I can't believe we drew the Archon and then didn't have the ability to cast it. I could have ate that. But then they could just have done it anyways. Didn't really actually help. Snapcaster, I assume. Snap chain. Chain might ooze, kill me. Oh, just has a cruise? I don't know, man. I can't win, chat. I can't win. I'm getting fucking Sprite Dragoned. No, they're gonna kill me. All he has to do is attack. Wait, why are you still just attack? Just attack, friend. I have no creatures in my yard. Oh my god, they're still going. Opponent could have killed me like 8,000 times there. I don't know. Got a chess clock for a reason. How would you consider everything else pretty even, Lunch? That game wasn't dictated on companions. That game was dictated on opponent drawing DT and Ancestral before I did. How can you look at that game and think it was the companion that did it? That's just blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind. The companion was the broken card there. No! Demonic Tutor was! What? Seriously? How do you, how? How? Didn't you just resub today, not me? Maybe refresh or something? I don't know.